Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is AZIZ. Okay, this is for lab 7.4.2, lab Implement DHCP. Okay, for this step is configure and verify to DHCP server on R1. Okay, for the step 1, configure R1 with DHCP pool for the two support subnet. Only the DHCP pool for subnet A is given below. Okay, this is for the subnet A. Number of user is 55, network address, host address, NAS address, broadcast address, and subnet mask. Okay, for step A, execute the first byte usable address from each address pool. Okay, then go for R1, type IP DHCP X and press tab, and will be execute address and put the first address and the last address. Okay, for the P, create the DHCP pool. Okay, for B is create this type IP DHCP pool then 100 and network 192.168.1.0. Okay, and then for D is configure the domain name as ccnalab.com. Okay, just type network 192.168.1.0 and subnet mask 255.255.255.192, and then for the for the E is configure the approach default gateway. Okay, just type default router 192.168.1.1. Okay, and type domain /name ccna/lab.com and exit. Okay, for next is using full name r2 underscore client /_ LAN. Okay, just type IP DHCP pool r2 underscore client underscore LAN and network 192.168.1.6. This one 192.168.1.69 and subnet mask 255.255.255.240 and default router 192.168.1.97 and type domain name ccnlab.com and end, and then save the running configuration to the setup configuration file. This time running copy running start. Okay, for the step 3 is verify the DHCP server configuration. For A is issue the command show IP DHCP pool. Okay, just type show IP DHCP pool. This is the DHCP pool that show. First one is LAN 100, second is client LAN. This is the current index, IP address range, and then type show IP address DHCP binder. Please show IP DHCP binder. This is the clients that show, and for the last one is show IP DHCP server statistic. Show IP DHCP server statistic is invalid because DHCP can show the binding, conflicts, pool, and relay. Okay. Okay. For the step 4 is attempt to acquire an IP address from DHCP on PCA. Okay, first open the command prompt for PCA and issue ipconfig renew. Okay, go for the PCA. Okay, this is the, and then type ipconfig space /renew. Okay, this is the IP address for PCA. and then to renew process complete, issue the command ipconfig to view the new IP information. Okay, just start ipconfig. This is the new IP information. Okay, and then test connectivity by ping R1 G0/0/1. It is default gateway. Okay, and then just ping default gateway. Okay, and then PCA can reply for the default gateway. Okay, and then for part 3 is configure and verify a DHCP relay on R2. Okay, step 1, configure R1 as a DHCP relay agent for the LAN on default gateway, and then configure the IP address on command G0/0/1 specify R1's G0/1 G0/0/0 IP address. Okay, go for the R1. Go for the R2 and type interface G0/0/1, and then I configure the IP helper address. Okay, the start IP helper/address 10.0.0.1, enter, and end and copy run start. For the step 2, attempt to execute an IP address from the DHCP on PCB. Okay, for the A, open a command prompt on PCB and issue the command ipconfig/renew. Go for the command prompt for PCB and then type ipconfig /renew. This is the IP address for PCB, and then issue the command ipconfig to view the new IP information. Okay, just start ipconfig. This is the new IP information, and then for C, test connectivity by ping R1's default gateway interface IP address. Okay, and then ping for PCA. This is for the PCA IP address, and go for PCB and ping. Yes, the results show that PCA can ping to PCB because the PCB send 4 and receive 4. Okay, then issue the show IP DHCP binding on R1 to verify DHCP binding. Go for the R1 and type show IP DHCP binding. This is the IP address client ID that was R1 show. This IP address is for R1 PCA IP address, and the hardware address is for the PCA is 0007.ECD5.104D, and this is for PCB IP address for PCB, and this is for hardware address for PCB. Flexible is 001.6355.5932. Okay, that's all.